So we should be live on Facebook moment, and then we can get cooking because we have 4 elves today. Here are the Los Angeles Thermomix elves. So we're live on Facebook. Thank you for joining us, everybody. I'm thrilled that you could participate in our little Zoom elf workshop. And my name is Taina. My website is Thermomix, and I'm joined here by our other awesome Los Angeles team leaders. First up is Myriam. Myriam, can you say hi?
Hello. Welcome, everybody. Happy to be here with all of you.
So Myriam will prepare truffles for us, and we'll have Cristina with us as well from Bakersfield.
Hello, good night, everyone. With me, I
have. And who else is with you?
Little helper. What's your name? Julia.
Excellent. Thanks for having you. And who's behind you, Julia?
My elf.
Your elf. And what's your elf doing there?
She came today.
Oh, okay. And I heard he's in quarantine today.
Yes, she is.
Great. And last but not least, we have Roslaine from Brazil, Santa Monica.
Hi, nice to see you here, and I hope that you enjoy our presentation.
Yes, so we want to show you that the Thermomix, as we call it, is our money maker, meaning you can make amazing gifts with very little effort and save a lot of money, and most of all, you give your love to the people. You show them that you appreciate them, that they matter. And so we have a couple of different items for you. Some are for like health and beauty, but you could eat them if you wanted to. And then we also have one very delicious treat for you, which Myriam will prepare. And Myriam, please take away and show us how you're making these amazing whiskey truffles.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Taina. So I prepared in advance the chocolate in pieces, and I'm going to put it inside the bowl. I'm going to grind the chocolate first, and it's going to be like 10 seconds. Oh my God. Hold on, because no temperature, and then 8, speed 8, okay?
So this is a manual recipe, Myriam. This is not in COOKIDOO. Oh.
I love that sound. That means that it finished.
And Myriam, this recipe is not in COOKIDOO, am I correct? This is an older recipe.
Exactly. This is an older recipe from Thermomix back in the early 90s. Okay, so this is what happened with all the 300 grams of chocolate. Okay, so I scroll down always after grinding because the speed is so high that it goes to higher levels. So
and which chocolate are you using, Myriam? Is this milk chocolate or
yes,
dark chocolate?
I'm going to tell you now all the ingredients and the grams that I was using. At the time, I'm adding the whipped cream that is here, ready to go. I will tell you the amount, okay, later. And then the coffee, a little bit of coffee.
Mm.
I'm going to reheat all these together. Like, okay, let me see. I'm going to melt it 2 minutes. 100 centigrade. And speed 2. chocolate is very delicate, so it's better to melt it at a very slow speed, because if you use a higher speed, it can't separate the fat from the chocolate, you know? So I was using Lind, and this is 70% cocoa, and this is with milk. I use 150 grams of each. So in total, I put say, 300 grams, okay? The good thing about Thermomix that we all love it is that we can switch between grams and ounces in the setting. We can change it when we use the Thermomix manually, like I'm doing right now. If you do cooking guide, Thermomix recognize the recipe if it comes from Spain or if it comes from United States. It changed. The Thermomix knows very well.
And Myriam, you mentioned that this recipe is really not using grams as guidance, but measuring cups. And that, I think, is where the name measuring cup comes from, right?
Yes. The measuring cup, I'm going to take it. Back at that time, instead of saying 100 milligrams, they were saying 1 measuring cup. So you just put it to the top and or quarter of measuring cup. So the whipped cream, it was the whole measuring cup. The coffee was only a quarter of measuring cup. And then the whiskey that I'm going to add when this finish is the same, 1/4 of measuring cup. And butter that needs to be room temperature is 1 tablespoon, okay? So I'm going to move everything. You really use your bowl like if you are cooking something on the stove in a casserole, you know? The same way. Okay, so you add the butter that need to dissolve. That is why it is better room temperature. And you add the whiskey, okay?
Could you add something else besides whiskey? Have you tried other like liqueurs?
Oh yes,
I'm thinking amaretto.
Yeah, I was trying brandy, but brandy has a very powerful taste at the end. So whiskey is more mild, you know? And of course, when you make this, you can try yourself and adjust the amount to your taste. That's the good thing about Thermomix, that if the recipe said something and you like more whiskey or less coffee or more coffee, you can adjust everything to your taste. That's
great.
Something that I really like. So
and
now,
Yamel is asking if we will share the recipe. And yes, I will share all recipes and hopefully a link to the YouTube later on and send it out to everybody. Thank you for asking.
So now I'm going to add everything together, 5 seconds, no temperature, and speed 2 again, okay? I love work with chocolate, but I have to say that chocolate is an ingredient that I always say that is very jealous. When you work with chocolate alone, because it's very messy, you know, and a little bit of mistake that you make, you can ruin the recipe. Not this one, because this one is very easy, you know, but like I mentioned, just put everything together at speed 2, the most. So I'm going to show you what happened here. I don't know if you can see.
Oh, perfect. Tempered chocolate.
Yes, very nice.
And when I am a cooking zero, and when I saw what needs to be done to get chocolate melted in a pot,
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, this is so much easier.
Yeah, and I always want to mention that when you work with chocolate, usually, and you want to make decorations, you need to temper the chocolate. And Thermomix is very good to do that. Usually, if you buy a machine to temper your chocolate, it's very, very expensive. So with Thermomix, you have like 24 plus actions, you know, that you can do that. Okay, so now this will go to a bowl, and I will put it in the refrigerator for 30 minutes to 1 hour, depend of the texture that you want the chocolate to have to do your truffles. And then in a big bowl, you just put some cacao powder. This is superfood that I got it from Whole Foods or Amazon. You can use another one from the supermarket, but it has to be unsweetened. And then you coat all the truffles in the cacao powder and put it inside this little paper that are very cute, very festive. And you can put it inside a box. This is up to you what kind of boxes you want to buy, you know. For Christmas, usually I do like red and Christmas decoration. For another season, I have white boxes that I label like made with love or something like that, you know. And then,
Myriam, do you have a tip on how to roll the truffles? Do you put gloves on, or how do you make it that it stays in the truffle and not all over your hands? Do you have a trick?
okay, yes, I will tell you. Can you see the result?
Yes, they look beautiful.
Okay. I wish you will be here with me to try. So what I do, I wash my hands. I like better when I work in the kitchen with those and truffles, like the touch of the human touch. Okay, and I wash my hands, and with 2 little teaspoons is like the method that we use when we do croquettes in Spain. With 2 teaspoons, you pick a little bit of the chocolate, and then you just roll it and put it in the cacao powder. Then you just move the bowl to get all the truffles coated, and then I take my hand and I do it by hand and put it in the little paper.
So just the final touch is actually your hand. Yeah. Interesting, great tip, thank you.
My pleasure. So
great.
I hope you enjoy the recipe, and later Taina will send the recipe to everybody.
We'll send the recipe to everybody. Thank you so much, Myriam.
Thank you.
We're started off with, I think, the most delicious item that we have for you today. Is this a Spanish recipe?
Yes, this is a Spanish recipe from long time ago. I got my 2nd generation Thermomix in the early 90s. So I love Thermomix since then, you know. I raised my children with Thermomix, but now it's like with the whole screen and all the technology is a magic element.
Yes.
In your kitchen. Yeah.
A true expert.
Exactly.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Myriam. So we will jump from Thousand Oaks to Bakersfield and say hi to Cristina, Julia, and the little elf in quarantine.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, good night. If you are in the East Coast, it's already a little late over there. I'm very happy to be here. I hope everybody had a nice Thanksgiving and everybody is healthy. Today we're gonna do lemon scrub for your body, for your skin. And I'm gonna give you a couple ideas, couple tips to help. Scrub, this scrub is very healthy. We're gonna use sugar. You could also use salt, ground salt, not the coarse, that would be a little too harsh on the skin. And it's better if you apply it when your skin is dry. And then also sugar, it's a little easy on the skin because the salt can cause a little bit of dehydration. Okay, this is a very simple recipe. We're gonna need 2 lemons. We're gonna cut them in halves. It's better if they are organic. You can wash them in with a little bit of water. We're gonna need 1 kilo of sugar, that's 1,000 grams. And we're gonna need 150 grams of oil. I'm gonna use almond oil, but if you don't have almond oil, you can use olive oil, coconut oil, jojoba oil, any other kind of oil, okay? I already have the Thermomix in grams. If your Thermomix is set in ounces, you just need to go to menu, settings, and switch it to grams and ounces. Everybody's ready? Can you help me? Yes. Yes? Okay.
Yes, let's get cooking.
With the 2 lemons cut in half. Can you give them to me, please? Okay, here they are. We're just gonna put them in the bowl.
And we are all wishing for a little helper like Julia.
And we're gonna chop them for 10 seconds, 15 seconds, speed 10. It's gonna be a little noisy. I apologize. Do you wanna help me? You just put 15. You know, come on. 15 seconds, speed all the way to 10. Okay.
Yeah, it's interesting how the sound is just being cut off by Zoom. Zoom is like, oh, no, I'm not gonna do speed 10 to you guys. So Zoom is already cutting it off.
Sorry.
You're not gonna hear the 10,700 rotations.
No, it got muted by itself?
Yes, it's muted. It's very speed 10 friendly.
This is how it looks after 15 seconds. As you can see,
Awesome.
It's almost all the way chopped. I'm gonna just scrape down a little bit and repeat again.
And that was a whole lemon with peel and everything.
Yes, 2 lemons. 2 lemons cut in half.
Perfect.
Amazing.
No, the recipes are not on COOKIDOO, but I will send out an email tomorrow with the details of all of the recipes. And COOKIDOO, of course, is an amazing source for recipes. However, there's thousands more. If you just Google anything you want to do in Thermomix, you find thousands of recipes online, but we'll send it out to you tomorrow.
It's done. I'm gonna scrape down a little bit everything so it mixes well at the end.
How does it smell?
It smells super good, super lemony. Yeah. If you don't like lemon, you could do it also with orange. Strawberries. You can add a little bit of essential oils. You can use lavender. You can add ground coffee. That's good for cellulite too.
Oh, that sounds good. Give me some of that coffee.
These ingredients are already pre-weighed, so I'm just gonna put it inside. And Julia, do you want me to help with the oil, please? Or put it inside? Okay. She's pouring the almond oil right now. Okay, thank you. And now we're just gonna mix everything for 1 minute, speed 10.
Very good.
So Julia and Cristina, you'll have to do the Thermomix dance while it's mixing at speed 10.
The what, sorry?
The speed 10 dance.
Oh, you wanna dance? Are you ready? Now. Who wants to join me, please?
And since the oil, of course, is a natural product, you want to put it in the fridge. Or what you can also do is you can add some vitamin E to your oil or to your scrub. I think the others can. The vitamin E acts as kind of a preservative for your scrub, so it will have a longer shelf life. But if you keep it in the fridge, it will last a long time, and you can even give it away for Valentine's Day. It really holds up well if you keep it in the fridge.
Oh, great.
And if you have any questions, please put them in the chat. I'm looking down every now and then to make sure that I answer all the questions, either on the Facebook Live or in the Zoom chat.
Okay, we have the recipe ready. This is how it looks. Okay. I think it looks perfect, like the texture. If somebody likes it more thicker, you're more than welcome to add.
Can you hold up the bowl, please, so that we can see the consistency? Ooh, nice.
Smells super good. It's a nice gift. If you need to appreciate teachers or healthcare workers or any essential workers, it's a very, like very easy, cheap, homemade, and I'm sure they'll appreciate it. It's all natural. I'm gonna use a little mason jar, put it inside, and then put a little bowl. And here you have a little do-it-yourself gift for this Christmas. Hope you enjoy. Let us know if you do it and if you like it. 15 seconds.
Beautiful. And what I love about this scrub is you can use it on your face to exfoliate, and then you can go to your partner and he can lick it off for dessert. Because it really is oil and sugar and lemon. Yes, and it smells really good after the procedure.
Smells so good. I would almost eat it.
You may have a little bitterness from the peel, though, of the lemon. Roslaine, you are next.
Yes, now is my turn.
What will you share with us today?
I will share restorative hair oil, and I can show you. I found this amazing book. I don't know if you can see.
No, closer,
no.
closer.
Yeah, okay. The Beauty Mix.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful.
And have many recipes to use with the Thermomix. Baby, medical, face, hair, body, and you can see so many options. And today I just decided to do this one because the weather here in LA is so dry and we need something to help our hair, okay? And it's very easy, it's just 5 ingredients. I will start now, like all of us. With a scale, I have in grams here. We have is 50 grams of coconut oil, that I have the coconut oil here. I just add this one. And plus sesame oil, 20 grams. I bought all the products organic because it's much better for us. And we go, let me. Okay, I add a little bit more. 20 grams of sweet almond oil. And this is neem oil.
What is it?
Neem.
Neem.
Yes,
I
neem
have no
oil.
idea what that is.
Right?
Is the first time that I saw this oil.
It's from
It's
India.
totally new for me.
It's from India.
It's from India.
Thank you.
From India.
See, we always don't we
Learning.
always learn something every time.
Always. And this is just 10 grams. Okay. And now just 1 gram of essential oil. I choose one that is geranium.
Roslaine, do you think you could double the recipe? Is there enough space in the bowl to maybe double it?
Yes. Look, you can double or triple. You can see you have space here.
Depending on how many Christmas presents you have to make.
Yeah.
Oh yes, sure. And now it's so easy and fast. It's just 1 minute. The temperature is 50 centigrades, and the speed 1.
Heat.
And now in 1 minute is done, and you can have an amazing gift like this for Christmas, and I will show you later. Okay?
Beautiful.
And you can prepare many, and everybody needs something to help with our hair. And I'm very happy with this recipe. I hope that you enjoy it. And now we go to Taina.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. I will try that. And, you know, why spend a lot of money on hair oils if you can make it yourself? And if you know what's in it, and if you know what the ingredients are, the fewer ingredients you can use in your skin product or hair product, the better.
Yes, and so, Taina, the application, you just add some drops and you put on your hair, and you can, how can I say, comb through, and you can keep for 1 or 2 hours, and after you wash your hands like with shampoo and conditioning, and it's done. You'll be shiny and smelling good and very healthy. It's done.
Wow. And all of the oils you theoretically could eat as well. I mean, it's, you know, you theoretically can lick your fingers off after using the oil.
Look,
so is it an emulsion?
Yes, look, it's very liquid, and I will put inside here. Thank you.
Yes,
beautiful. Thank you for sharing.
Roslaine, can we use another kind of oil?
Yes. Which one? For like I put geranium, but the other 4 need to be coconut oil, sesame oil, sweet almond oil, and this neem oil. You need to use these 4, and the other for the flavor you can use any kind of oil.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Okay, welcome.
Excuse me, Taina. I want to add here that when you do your gift yourself, like cooking something or making the oil or the scrub, is such a labor of love, you know, that I can feel it. At the time I'm doing it, I can feel the expectation to see the faces of the people I'm going to give it to them, you know. It's quite an experience for me. It's very beautiful. So I advise everybody to do that this year, since we are locked down, you know, to make our own gifts. Yeah.
You have no excuse not to make your own Christmas gifts this year. Yeah. You're not too busy running around. Yeah, and I love it when I give a gift that I make and people say, "Did you make that?" And you can just get, you know, it's just took a minute, and that's really the joy of also sharing the Thermomix with others. And in case you're not a consultant yet, this is a beautiful way of sharing the Thermomix and having the Thermomix pay for itself. So we invite you to join us for a business opportunity session to learn more about the business. We're now number 4 direct sales company in the world, and that's including the US, but as you know, we're all still growing. So this is a wonderful opportunity to share your love and passion for the Thermomix, and also to maybe have others join our community, because as you know, we're really just a word of mouth business. So we all need you, our customers, to spread the word and to grow our community one recipe at a time. So thank you in advance for doing so. What I will do today is my herbal salt. This was one of the first recipes I did a few years ago, and I still love it to this day. I make it all the time, and it's my go-to present. I used to import herbal salt from Germany. Literally, my family kept arriving with like a kilo of German herbal salt when they arrived here in LA. And then I thought, ooh, why can't I make my own? So I just Googled the recipe, and then I changed it a bit to make it my own. So this is going to be super simple, super fast. It will make lots of product. It's very inexpensive. And what I love most, it doesn't go bad. The salt will be fine in a year or two. And to get started is you use dry herbs. My kids were wondering today if I'm now in the weed business, but it's just old herbs. So, and I'm doing an ounce of each. I'll turn on the scale just to show you the weight. So we're starting out with oregano, about 1 ounce. And next up is parsley, also 1 ounce. And I use basil. And this is a product that I buy at a local market. They have herbs in bulk, but I came across a really great website called spicejungle.com, and I will also put that in the email. And that you can choose from 1 ounce, 4 ounce, a pound, and like a pound of basil costs you about $16. And I mean, how long will you have a pound of basil? So it really is worth it to invest. Oh, it's a bit dusty. Excuse me. And then I use some thyme. Everybody can use a little bit more thyme, right? Haha. And last up is dill weeds. And now my bowl is pretty full with the herbs. And I'm closing the lid. And since I know it will be very dusty, I will also just add a little towel in between the measuring cup and the lid. And I will also put it on 10. I'm going to do it for about 30-40 seconds. And this is the manual mode, of course. Speed 10, so we'll all have to do the dance again. Join me.
I wanted to mention that there's a lot of do-it-yourself recipes on COOKIDOO. If you go on COOKIDOO and do not select any filters and you write do-it-yourself, 3 or 4 collections should pop up with recipes that you can try. And there are nice gifts for these days.
I check COOKIDOO almost every day, and we have now like more than 64,000 recipes. So it's amazing. I checked the 2 new collections from Spain that are excellent. I recommend you to go there because with Google Translate, it's like magic. You put the Google Translate, the telephone on your screen, and then you see the translation already to your language. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Can you see the fog of herbs? I have herbal fog in my kitchen, and I want to show that to you just a little bit closer. And wow, see how much air was in those dried herbs? So now it's barely covering the blade. And you can, of course, add your own spices to it. You can add some granulated garlic or onion. And all that's left to do is to add the salt. And oh, I wanted to turn on the scale because I never really turn on the scale. I just do it until I like the color and the consistency. But this time I'm actually going to turn on the scale. And salt you can also get in bulk. So this is about 37 ounce. And now what's really important is choose the reverse mode. So in reverse, the blades go counterclockwise. That means the salt will not be ground down anymore. You can also, if you have a coarse salt, you can of course grind that down if you like. But this has been the way that I have done it, and I'm really happy with it. And so to turn on the reverse, you have the little blade symbol here. Touch it and it will say reverse enabled. And then I'm just gonna do like 30 seconds and reverse, what did I do? Speed 4. And can you still hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. So what I also love to do is chili salt. That adds a little bit of spice into every dish. And coconut curry salt. There's just so many salts out there. Also, some are in COOKIDOO. Let me just see how that looks. And I will show you in COOKIDOO just in a little bit also the amazing gift options. That looks so good. I'm gonna show that to you. Perfectly mixed.
Yeah.
I wish you could smell it. All you need to do now is put it into a little container. And I just wanted to show you my favorite containers. This one is from the Dollar Tree, and I really enjoy these little containers. So here I have one herbal salt and one of my chili salts, and I put my label on it. I'll show you a trick how to get to those labels, and I have it in this little pouch, and I put my business card in, and I take it to prospect customers. Or I always have that ready to grab. So if another mother is picking up my son from baseball, I would just say, thank you for picking up my son. And guess what? It has my website on there too. So if they were curious, they could just Google me or check out my products. So it's a really nice way of sharing your passion. Or a little glass jar from Amazon. And I did want to show you how to make really nice labels, really easy. And for that, I will share my screen. Oh, I have to go to the other website. So first, I wanted to show you COOKIDOO. And I don't know if you noticed, but COOKIDOO looks different. I wonder if there's anything else that is different about COOKIDOO. It looks beautiful and festive. Yeah. So what do you want to cook today? Well, I want to make a gift. And in order to do so, I can just look for gift and search. And so I can either look for a gift recipe, and you see all of the recipes listed here. And you can also look for collections. So these are the little cookbooklets that are all about gifts. I will take the United States out. So it should give me also some cookbooks from Australia and the UK. And here you can just see some wonderful treats. The Irish cream and pistachio fudge is now on my list to do for this year. And another thing I wanted you to see is not only can you see recipes and collections, you can even find articles about gifts. And Thermomix has really nice inspiration, also in terms of how to package your gifts, keep supplies on hand, craft your wrapping paper. And now I have to find where it is. There is even a link to print out your own labels. I think it's here. Homemade labels, print labels here. So you can print labels with the little Thermomix up here, and you can handwrite your own message in there. So I think that is a really nice way of personalizing your gifts. Or, and I just wanted to go to Avery and show you how easy it is to print your labels. If you don't want to do the handwritten one, if you have so many gifts, then it's really good if you do it with the printer. So I will just share my screen again. Can you see it? Yeah. So Avery has this great template to where you just choose your the label that you have, and the label that I have that fits really well onto all of my containers. Oh, I don't know if you can see me now. Is this round label, and it's 52.93 from Avery. And what you do is, and now the website is somehow stuck. Okay. Okay, so it seems like I cannot show it to you because the website is blocked, but you can just put in the number of the label that you are working with. There we go. So 52.93, and it's 24 per sheet. You select this template, and then it has these wonderful suggestions right here. Of course, some are with holiday, and then here's Thanksgiving, Hanukkah, and so you just place your text in here, and happy holidays. And what I love to do is I wish my friends a very happy holiday seasoning, get it? And this is how you can very easily customize your templates, and then you can preview and print. So this is a wonderful way that you can do your own labels that look very professionally. And then all you have to do is just share your gifts, share your love, spread the word, host a cooking experience via Zoom, have a cooking experience with gifts via Zoom with us and a couple of your friends. How about we do gift giving together? So you know who your consultant is, please get in touch with them and maybe ask them for, hey, can we do a little gift session? I'm sure that they would appreciate that. So with that, 45 minutes, short and sweet, 4 different gifts for, I would say, like 50 different people in less than 45 minutes. Is there any other questions out there that we may answer? Any questions? Just check in the chat. Good. Excited about do it yourself and creating labels. So all of the tips that we shared with you today, we will put into an email. And in case you're seeing us on Facebook, please send me a message or any of your consultants, I mean, Myriam, Roslaine, Cristina, and they will be able to forward all of the information to you. Ooh, Roslaine, look how beautiful the setup looks with your bottles. Very nice. So thank you, Roslaine. Thank you, Myriam.
Welcome.
Yes.
Thank you, Cristina and Julia and the little quarantine elf. And we hope, thank you, Julia. And we hope to have inspired you to make your own gifts. And of course, there's thousands of more gifts, gift ideas out there. I personally love to give like a Bailey's. Ooh, that looks perfect. Very nice. So there's Bailey's, there is stock paste, there is nuts, there is just unlimited gifts that you can make. And we hope we were able to give you a little inspiration today. And thank you for joining us, and hope you will join us again when we do we don't know yet. You know what? Let us know. What would you like to see? What's an area that you would like to learn more and optimize your Thermomix usage? So please send us a message and let us know what you would like us to be cooking up next.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
I think that is a great idea.
Yeah.
It's a great idea.
Have a wonderful evening. Happy
Bye.
holidays.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Yes, happy holidays. Exactly.
Sí.